getting set up here for a goose hunt. We've got our decoys out in front of us here. Our blinds are tucked behind the camera, and we're hoping that the birds come around us, come right down in, right on top of us, and have a fantastic shoot this morning. Canadian honkers is what we're after, and we're gonna get them today.
For nearly a decade, Team WD has joined our extended family in northern Minnesota for their annual celebration of opening waterfowl season. And I tell you what, it's hard to come up with different ways to show you how awesome this truly is. When all the right elements come together, Mother Nature will make something magic happen, and that is what this region has when it comes to one of the best waterfowl areas I've ever seen. But don't think the hunting is the only good thing about this annual festival.
What's all going on today here at GooseFest?
Well, I can't start naming everything, but you see the parade. We started yesterday. We had a lot of activities going on Friday, and today we've had activity, food vendors, games, a parade, contests. We have a goose cook-off and a goose calling contest. Just everything that a small town festival would want to have.
This year, for a different twist of Wild Dakota's attending GooseFest in Middle River, Minnesota, is Team WD's top 10 favorite things from GooseFest past. Starting with number 10. Visiting the flea market is a neat place to burn a couple hours, seeing what local art, antiques, plus any trinkets we can't go home without.
It's one of the area's largest flea markets, and they have blocks, literally blocks and blocks of flea market. And even more. And still more. And you guessed it, still more.
Usually every year we stop and pick something up to bring home. Number 9 is visiting the local Thief River Northwest Sporting Clays facility for a round is a must. 2 boxes of shells go way too fast on this challenging course, but friendly competition between the boys is a great way to pass the time. So Josh Vaselka, just so you know, we're all going to bring our A game this year and give you a run for your money. Number 8. GooseFest nightlife can get as wild as you want. Rumor has it, it gets better as it gets later, but our trouble is we have hunting on the brain. Meeting in the field happens way too early and is much more enjoyable with a good night's sleep and no fog. So not very often do we get the chance to hang out late, but hopefully this year we can take a day off and hear all your hunting stories in the streets of downtown Middle River. Number 7 is always popular. There's something about eating festival food that makes it better during those special occasions. From tacos to wood-fired pizza, cheese curds, or even sitting down at the local cafe, you can find anything you want to keep those tapeworms from barking. And the best part is, everything is within walking distance. So have fun and overindulge, but just for this weekend only. Or you could be lucky enough to have the red carpet rolled out and have a special goose dinner prepared by Middle River's own hometown chef, Kara Super Peterson. She spoils us every year. When we come back, we'll continue Team WD's top 10 list from GooseFest past in Middle River, Minnesota. To bring a different angle for this year's Goose Festival in Middle River, Minnesota is Team Wild Dakota's top 10 list of GooseFest past. On the countdown of this top 10 list, we reach number 6, which is kind of cheating because it's not something everyone is able to do. Thief River Falls Visitor and Convention Bureau and Middle River Community Club set up this media tour in their local area, and they are awesome. So number 6 is a tie between touring Lake Agassiz and Thief Lake.
Standing here on beautiful Thief Lake, we're actually right on the sanctuary line, so we're right on the state wildlife refuge line and the public hunting line. So can't hunt just to the west of us, and we can hunt right to the east of us. A few groups might be out here in the morning.
We have a couple awesome areas for waterfowl hunting that have the lakes, primarily Thief Lake Wildlife Management Area, and also Agassiz National Wildlife Refuge. And they both are just a huge draw for geese, any type of waterfowl, and they are just an attraction for hunters from across the United States.
Okay, wonderful. Now, one of the ways we're going to be able to see actually how big this is, we're going to take an airplane ride. So let's go up.
Getting to see Thief Lake from the air was quite an amazing sight. Witnessing all that habitat, it's not hard to understand why there's so many birds in the area. Also coming in at number 6 was the airboat rides across Agassiz National Wildlife Refuge. Being able to see what conservation at its finest can really do for habitat, and between these two, that's what makes this area one of the nation's best destinations to duck and goose hunt. With over 100,000 acres of public ground, you can find your own opportunity right here. Number 5 is the Twilight bus ride that is set up in different areas each year to tour and see the sights.
Right now we are taking a tour of Thief Lake Refuge out here, and we're gonna go visit some duck camps.
And we're literally right on the lake. There's some ducks out there. Tomorrow we're gonna be out there hunting some ducks, but for tonight we're gonna see what this area is all about.
Why this is special to us is all the media personalities from across the country have become good friends, and having the chance to slow down, unwind, goof off makes it all the better when sitting and sharing the stories and creating those photographic moments. Number 4 lands just after lunch on Saturday, and that is the Festival Parade. We get the chance to team up with several other media personalities to take center stage in front of the community, to walk along, hand out candy, say hi to the fans, and truly see how important this celebration is to the community.
In the parade! We just started the parade in Middle River for the GooseFest. It's kind of chaos. I mean, we just started and there's people backed up all over the place. Kids getting candy, we're handing out magazines. And blowing goose calls.
We are here at the 42nd GooseFest parade, which is about 8 or 9 blocks long. I don't even think we're halfway through it yet. We've been in it for 45 minutes already.
So far, celebrating the opening of hunting season could be one of the coolest event ideas I've ever heard of. Number 3 in the countdown is the Goose Cook-Off. Each year, a dozen or so different contestants prepare their secret recipes to share with the local community to be voted on whose is best.
We've got goose ground up with a little bit of bacon, a little special seasoning, and with her secret grandmother's gravy sauce.
Secret gravy sauce.
Over the past few years, we've taken home a few trophies, and it wasn't easy as there is some stiff competition, including some local favorites. So it takes something absolutely spot on to make the top 3, so bring your best, and usually they're all pretty good. So we invite you to prepare your favorite for everyone to try. We still have the top 2 WD GooseFest past moments coming up, so don't go away.
Here with Wild Dakota, and we will be right back.
We have put together a list of our top 10 moments of GooseFest past for Team WD, and we are down to number 2. This may surprise some of you that it didn't make number 1, but we're going to spend the most time showing you what you could be part of, and that is the hunting opportunities in the area. We have teamed up every year with local enthusiasts. In our eyes is a waterfowl legend, and I'm pretty sure you can ask anyone around town and they'll say the same thing. That man's name is Josh Veselka. Not many people go this far out of their way to get others involved in the outdoors to enjoy the sports. So he deserves a pat on the back, and please stop, shake this man's hand, make sure to say thanks for all that he does getting wounded warriors and the youth involved out in the field. Josh and friends also do all the legwork when it comes to lining up the hunting for us. Countless hours scouting and watching the birds' movements to make sure we are in the right area when it comes to pulling the trigger. Let's get on with the hunt and join us in the field for such a great day.
Getting set up here for a goose hunt. We've got our decoys out in front of us here. Our blinds are tucked behind the camera, and we're hoping that the birds come around us, come right down in.
We are in a bean field that has been wet all season long. And throughout this bean field, we have little wet pockets that was covered with weeds during the growth season. So that's where we're taking our cover at. But you also want to take into consideration covering up your body.
A lot of birds dumped in here. Veselka got us in some cover. We're set up, we got our blinds going, we've got a little bit of time before birds start flying. Had to double time it today with all the chaos and whatnot. Just because couldn't find anywhere to hide our blinds, hide and put decoys, and be able to make things work. So right now I suppose we got about 15-20 minutes to kind of let things settle down, fine-tune everything, and get to gunning.
Started early at last week. We started kind of looking around and trying to lock up some fields so we'd have something to hunt, and we locked up a couple pretty good fields. Hunted a field Friday morning with probably 500 or 600 on it. Unfortunately, we got a bunch of rain, which made it hard, but we still had an excellent shoot that day.
We got birds locked up behind us. Hurry! Hurry!
My favorite part about goose hunting would probably be watching the sunrise in the morning, and I guess seeing birds with their knuckles dragging and wingtips down is pretty awesome too.
This is a waterfowler's paradise. You can't look a direction and not see birds lifting up off either of the refuges or setting wings dropping into feed. It is only a matter of time before something comes in close enough to yell, "Take 'em!"
So let's pack up and get out of here and get into some dry clothes.
Even though we spent the most time on number 2, it still didn't hit number 1 on our list. When we come back, we'll give you our favorite part of GooseFest on Team WD's top 10 list. Don't go away. Team Wild Dakota has put together our top 10 moments of GooseFest past, and before we get to number 1, let's recap from number 10, the flea market. Number 9, Thief River's Northwest Sporting Clays. Number 8, the festival nightlife. Number 7, the food. Number 6 was a tie between Lake Agassiz and the Thief Lake Tour. Number 5, Twilight Bus Ride. Number 4, the festival parade. Number 3, the Goose Cook-Off. Number 2 was the hunting. So what could possibly be better than all of that? Our number 1 favorite thing of GooseFest past is the people. Down to earth, small town, just good old people who welcome us every year with open arms, and we can't wait to come back.
I don't know, friends and family getting together, just a good time.
Goose hunting. Goose hunting, cook-off.
Yeah, exactly.
Having fun at the shed, eating barbecue. I'm playing with Play-Doh. A lot of family activities. It's a great weekend. Luckily it didn't snow or rain this time, so that's cool, but we come out rain or shine every year. Come to celebrate. It's a great time.
Well, I'm Miss Middle River 2016. My name's O'Brien Strumpset. I'm a senior this year at Greenbush Middle River High School.
I come down here just to enjoy the parade and see the people, and it's a good time.
Tony Litzinger from Middle River Fire Department. Been on for about 6 years. We're doing a gun raffle. This year we're doing a Browning 25-06, Remington 870 Super Mag 12 gauge. We're doing a quilt, $500 cash, to $250 cash, or $50 cash prizes. And then we're also doing the drawing of our night of our supper in about 2 weeks, October 15th.
With family, both my brothers have camper here. One of them's son is here now, another one is on the way right now. So just a great time with family and really good friends.
If I had to paint a picture, I'm not sure. It's kind of like a perfect escape. So whenever you see those cabin photos in someone's house or something where you just see something secluded that looks like it hasn't really been touched by society yet, I'd say this is kind of, feels like you're kind of one with nature, and I don't know, it's a really good escape, especially from work and everything. So
my expectations from what I expected on the way up here to what I actually saw were actually exceeded. You know, I had high hopes and high expectations. I had read a little bit on the internet about the Middle River Goose Festival, and read in the Honker about the Goose Festival, so I kind of knew what I was getting into. But it's got a lot more of a hometown feel and a lot more of a down-home kind of a family event that I really didn't even expect. It was touching to be able to see, you know, whole families enjoying the outdoors and celebrating these beautiful wild geese in a kind of a festival setting.
Who doesn't like a festival? This has everything we all like to celebrate, from food to fun. So make sure to check out their web, like them on Facebook, and make plans to come enjoy this community's party, all centered around the opening of waterfowl season. We are out of time, so as always, hunt hard, hunt safe, have a successful season. We'll see you next time right here on Wild Dakota, where we're born free, we live wild, and we're proud to be American.